I really liked our first day at school. They were very welcoming. We looked around the school, we had a taste of lots of lessons, and it became really enjoyable. It was just a good start to the year.
Sometimes we have different questions and answers around the classroom, and it's sort of like a treasure hunt, and you have to try and get back to the start. And also we sometimes do relays. So you have to get the question off the teacher, try and work it out, give it back to the teacher, and then the person who finishes first is the winner. I really like how you can use it in everyday life and issues, because you can work out the answer to quite a lot of questions.
What I don't like about maths is the homework, but they have introduced a new internet program called My Maths, which makes it a lot more fun.
When you're ready, you've taken your first temperature, you put this underneath and you start your stopwatch.
You get to get involved, and then they just explain it to you, and then they just leave you to do it. So they try not to help you as much, so you get to learn how to do it by yourself. Every lesson you get to do a practical, so it's really fun.
They do lots of weird things, and it's fun to experiment a lot on your own.
In geography, we do lots of fun activities.
I think teachers make lessons more interesting by having lots of interaction within the class.
Instead of just writing on the board and we have to copy it down, we get to work in groups and listen to each other's ideas and watch clips sometimes to help us with the topic.
I enjoy languages because I think it's really useful to learn another language, and the trips you get to go on with languages are really good to other countries.
The teachers make lessons interesting by providing actions for words, and if you memorise an action with a word, you've got a much better chance of memorising the actual word. And they make it fun just by being lively, and it's not just teacher-pupil, you've got a proper connection with the teacher.
I speak English, French and Spanish perfectly, and I'm learning 7 other languages. I'd like to learn as many languages as possible, really, and as necessary, because in my opinion, if you don't learn languages, you can't really travel properly, because you can't really experience the culture as much if you can't speak the language properly, or at least a little bit.
The best thing I like about free technology is making stuff by myself, and you learn from your mistakes quite a lot.
My favourite rotation in design technology is probably the woodwork, because you design more and you make more, and you actually get to take what you make home, and quite a few weeks of designing and making.
Good. A moment of beauty in a story tale
The best thing about music is that we all get our own instruments to use individually, so we can improve ourselves on our own.
The thing I like most about drama is that we have fun and that we are always engaged with something. We take the lesson at our own pace and we go into depth as much as we think is comfortable into our character and into what we're doing. The teacher engages us and helps us by making sure that we know what we're doing. They set out clear guidelines what we need to do, and they're always looking for something to make it more interesting, like projecting a blue screen onto the board and turning off the lights so it makes more effect onto our drama scenes. Other than drama, I like to paint and I really like graffiti. in like art forms, and we've been doing that a lot in art, using painting and lots of different techniques to make them really good.
For after-school events, there's a lot of clubs that are mainly sports-wise. We've got loads of facilities such as the swimming pool, the climbing wall, and many more that we can use, such as the AstroTurf, that provides us with use of football training and hockey training as well. And every now and then they change all the rows, so everyone, whoever they are, has a chance to do sports.
What's so good about this library? It's easy to access, the computers and the books, and the librarians here are really helpful with trying to find a book of your preference. Obviously you have library lessons in here which are good for reading. If you're like trying to finish a book, it's good to do that. You also sometimes have a library lesson on the computers which is good to get used to the technology.
It's like really airy and it's quite modern, so it makes it a lot better, and everything's labelled well, so you know where everything is, and it's just like a good place to hang out if you don't want to go outside.
It is a new block, so all of the facilities are new anyway, the classrooms, all the interactive stuff and the whiteboards and things, that's all new. There's so many of us that we needed an extra quiet, silent-only space to study, especially in the run-up to exams, so we opened up the lecture theatre that we have so that everyone in there could sit and study in private. It was good.
I think where Comberton really excels isn't, I mean, it has a wide curriculum, but it's more within the curriculum what you can do on top of your subject. So sort of getting extra subject knowledge and inspiring pupils is kind of, I think, more of Comberton's strength than its wide curriculum.
Because it's such a small sixth form and there's so many teachers here, you basically get more than just A-levels. You get so much support because there's a study support system and there's loads of systems for people who are struggling with A-levels and everything that they need to do.
And one of the things that is so great about Comberton and the small sixth form is that people know who you are. You don't get lost in the crowd of people, and you can still enjoy yourself and have the independence that I think that every sixth former is kind of striving for at the same time.
All of the teaching body and all of the student body is ready and prepared to work with any disabled issues that may arise, and all the people that might need that additional help, we have the support available.
Well, actually, they're fantastic. Comberton are fantastic on this point of view because they're so inclusive and they're so fantastic at adapting things, and all the teachers are so laid back about it, and they don't usually panic too much.
Since year 7, I've seen how the People's Equal Opportunity Policy means learning for everyone. It's really changed the lives of many people here, because people who are bullied, they definitely have somebody to talk to. And that isn't always a teacher. It can be a friend, it can be somebody in an older year group. So you always feel safe here.
Comberton has far more trips available than perhaps any other school in the area, because in year 7 there's a residential trip away, along with the opportunity to go to Spain. In year 8 the numbers go up even higher with exchange programmes, and as you continue into GCSE there's even longer trips to Mozambique and South Africa.
Everything that we do, both inside classrooms and outside classrooms, and the many opportunities we offer there, is geared towards making sure that's possible for all of our pupils. And we're really looking forward to the future now and further possibilities with that. You may know that we've recently established an academy trust, the Comberton Academy Trust, that oversees Comberton Village College. That trust is completely committed to ensuring excellent education, education for all pupils, education right at the heart of its local community, working in partnership with others and having a very strong international outlook. And we're now really looking forward, especially to that partnership side of things, being able to set up a new school academy in Camborne Village College, that will work in very strong partnership with Comberton Village College to make sure we can continue to offer the very, very best education for all pupils of the future, and indeed for the whole of our community. And we're really looking forward to ensuring many more pupils in the future truly can become caring, capable and confident. Thank you.